Dance for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good evening. Hour and a half till football. No one seemed to take it. I don't even know who that is. Okay, that's enough sharing. That's enough sharing. Hello, Ingrid. What is up with you, dude? Come here. Cat won't leave me alone. Hi, Michelle. Woo, there he goes. Good. He can go bother somebody else. Hello, Michelle. So good to see you. You know, I've tried to do a couple of rants in the last few weeks, and I haven't been very good at it lately. So I don't know that I'm supposed to be doing them anymore. But I didn't really feel satisfied with what I've done today. So I grabbed something out of the book. We're going to read out of the big book. We're going to talk about having no mental defense. And, you know, sometimes, I don't know about you, but I get a little tired of, you know, hearing the same things over and over again. But, I mean, when it comes down to it, I have a great forgetter. And I will forget little quips and things that people have told me because I haven't used them in a while or whatever, right? Like, remember, sometimes somebody will say something, page 24. Yeah. See, my mind keeps doing that. It keeps going, bloop. It's like, it's a bloop. You were talking about nothing. I was talking about my forgetter. I forgot. I was telling you about how great my forgetter is. That's what I was talking about. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? All right. Let's get started. Page 24 of the big book. The very large book. It's called a big book because it's big. Page 24. I'm going to start with the first full paragraph. The fact is that most alcoholics, for a reason yet obscure, have lost the power of choice in drink. Our so-called willpower becomes practically non-existent. We are unable at certain times to bring into our consciousness with sufficient force the memory of the suffering and humiliation of even a week or a month ago. We are without defense against the first drink. I can get a DUI this weekend and forget about it next weekend. That big old fight that I got into with my wife last weekend. Oh, I'll forget it by the next weekend. What happened? I don't know. See, my brain has decided to do something else with that. I'm not psychology enough to be able to go into it. And I'm not sure why that doesn't come up, which is why I need to constantly be reminded that I'm an alcoholic. And I have to do this on a daily basis. Okay. I go to bed sober, full of spirituality. I wake up, I'm an alcoholic. And the day starts again. And the day starts again. And I don't know what that block is. Okay. I seem to remember them fine now, though. You know? And man, it didn't matter who it was. I was always fighting. If me and the girl were going out, there was going to be a fight. And there was a great chance I was going to start it. Very good chance of it. Over some stupid thing. Okay. Run around out in the streets. I don't know how many times I had to call my friend Ken to come pick me up at 2:00 in the fucking morning. He always did. He always did. All right. The almost certain consequences that follow taking even a glass of beer do not crowd into the mind to deter us. If these thoughts occur, they are hazy and readily supplanted with the old threadbare idea that this time we shall handle ourselves like other people. There is a complete failure of the kind of defense that keeps one from putting his hand on a hot stove. Weird, huh? You know, and thank God we're not really all that cognitive. Well, I don't know. If we're cognizant of it, then maybe we wouldn't do it. You know, my PTSD and my anxiety are a lot like my alcoholism, where when I drink, it almost becomes an out-of-body experience. Dion leaves. The true Dion, the God-made Dion leaves. And it is supplanted by evil. Okay? I am evil when I put alcohol into my system. I'm not sure why. Okay? But it happens. This is my experience. And I know it's true because anytime I intentionally put alcohol in my body, I become insatiable. There's never enough. When I was drinking, my biggest worry was I didn't have enough alcohol. Okay? And I could have just bought a handle. And I would be worried that I would run out of alcohol. What I used to have to do is I would have to limit myself because I would drink in blackouts. Okay? I would drink in blackouts. So, the alcoholic may say to himself in the most casual way, it won't burn me this time, so here's how. Or perhaps he doesn't think at all. How often have some of us begun to drink in this nonchalant way, and after the third or fourth, pounded out of the bar and said to ourselves, for God's sakes, how did I even get started again? Only to have the thought supplanted by, well, I'll stop with the sixth drink, or what's the use anyhow? And that reaches to the fuckets, man. There's been plenty of times I've asked myself, when did I drink? I don't remember, I'm like, when did I start drinking? I was not supposed to be drinking today. It was an out-of-body experience. I wouldn't remember going to the liquor store. I wouldn't remember shit. Okay? But that's because I was drinking so much that life was a fog to me. When I quit drinking, walking and talking was hard. Yep. When I quit drinking, the liquor store wasn't all that far away, but I couldn't walk to it anymore. Couldn't walk to it. When this sort of thinking is fully established in an individual with alcoholic tendencies, he has probably placed himself beyond human aid, and unless locked up, may die or go permanently insane. These stark and ugly facts have been confirmed by legions of alcoholics throughout history. But for the grace of God, there would have been thousands of more convincing demonstration. So many want to stop, but cannot. Okay. So we know that AA works, right? It works for us, or the 12 steps works for us. Maybe you're going through celebrate recovery or smart recovery, but it's still the steps and it's still working for you. That means that you are living proof that you can stop and live a good life. That means that you are living proof, and you have to live that way. When we say there is a solution, okay, you best count yourself as part of the solution. You are you are the solution, the actual solution. Okay? That means you are a person with a real meaning. Ingrid says the gas station I used to buy my beer at though I died. I couldn't go through there for 3 years. They were happy to see me. Oh, the gas station you used to go to thought you had died. Got it. That's cool. But that's not, man, scary life. They thought you were dead. Most people think, oh, they just moved on, right? Not with alcoholics. No, that's not what people think. Oh, they're probably dead. See, we think we're hiding it. How, you know what? How the fuck would I know? I never hid it. I didn't try and hide it. I may try and hide how much I bought, which means I hid it. See? There's no way out of it. All right. There is a solution. Okay. And what we bring up next, we say a few times in the book, okay, that nobody necessarily wants to do this unless it means that they have to do something. No alcoholic is willing to go through this process unless it is in order to, let's be honest, we don't want to lose what we have, okay, which is our life, our soul. This is a battle for your soul, friends, okay? Now, that does not mean that being an alcoholic is evil or bad. It's a disease beyond your control, beyond my control. Okay. Ooh, down my tummy. I'm hungry. Well, I haven't been this hungry in weeks. Good. I have Mexican food tonight. All right. There is a solution. Almost none of us liked the self-searching, the leveling of pride, the confessions of shortcomings, which the process requires for its successful consummation. Out. No, we don't want to do that. Normal people don't even want to do that. But I'm going to tell you that something. The person that does do it and does it fearlessly and honestly, I'm trying to stop myself from getting the hiccups. That's why I'm talking like this. Okay, there it goes. Another kitten. What'd you do wrong? All right. The confession of shortcomings, which the process requires for a successful consummation. Nobody wants to do this. All right. We have our pride, man. We have our pride. We have our ego. You know, I'm going to tell you something. This is a situation where I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad I was so wrong because the other life was fucked. It was messed up, man. I don't want to live that life anymore. So I came here. I found out I was wrong. Hallelujah, man. Hey, I think the first honest thing I said when I got into this program was, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But we saw that it really worked in others. This is where we can trust the process. Okay. That right there is what brings hope. That right there is what brings hope. And we had come to believe in the hopelessness and futility in life as we had been living it. When therefore we were approached by those in whom the problem had been solved, there was nothing left for us to pick up the simple kit of spiritual tools laid at our feet, right? So what did they just say here? When, therefore, we were approached by those whom the problem had been solved, that's the solution. You're the solution. Okay. But we saw it really worked in others. I'm working the program. You work in the program. I'm working the program. I already know you're working the program. Nobody listens to me for this long that isn't working the program. I know that for a fact. Okay. So guess what? Good news, friends. There is a solution and you're it. We, that means all of us here, have found much of heaven, and we have been rocketed into a fourth dimension of existence of which we have never even dreamed. That's right. Beyond our own conception, something better than we ever dreamed. I know what that is. It's helping other people. It's watching other people get their lives back together. I'm watching my whole family heal right now. Okay? I'm watching it because I decided to heal. Okay? Because I decided to stand up in my family and heal out loud. I'm going to tell you, it was very uncomfortable for them. Okay? But we did it. And now there's people healing in my family doing, and I'm not there. I didn't tell them to do it. They decide to do this in and of themselves. I hate it when my camera does this. It gets all. Make sure I didn't spit on it. No. Okay. It's the one thing I don't like about this camera. Other than that, it's fantastic. All right. The great fact is just this and nothing less. Let's see what Michelle had to say first, and then I'll get to this. I broke my hip on the last 7-day binge. Yay, the last one. When asked how I did this, I claimed I didn't remember. I just woke up and I couldn't get up off the floor. I finally confessed to one therapist, and she said, "But you stopped." It seemed like a message from beyond. I was done. Love it, Michelle. That's neat. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, scary shit, huh? And then to finally admit it, I bet that felt really good. Yeah, and that was God. I absolutely believe that. Oh yeah, how frickin' you. Okay, yeah, you do it. Yeah. Steal all my shit, man. I stole it from somebody else. I guarantee it. The great fact is this, and nothing less, that we have had deep and effective spiritual experiences which have revolutionized our whole attitude towards life, towards our fellows, and towards God's universe. What does that mean? It means that we have become working members of society. That's fucking huge. That's big for us. That is big. Okay? Actual working members of society. When I say that, that means we work in our communities. We chair meetings. We do things like that, right? And here it comes. The central fact of our lives today is the absolute certainty that our Creator has entered into our hearts and lives in a way which is indeed miraculous. It's nothing short of a miracle. Nothing short of a miracle. Walking, talking miracles. Miracle walking. Right? Instead of dead man walking. Miracle walking. You too. I'm almost done. I love you. I have one more sentence to go. Just one more sentence. He has commenced to accomplish those things for us which we could never do by ourselves. Hey. So what did we find out here? Well, that the solution starts with us. We are the people. Okay. And I don't care if you got 7 days of sobriety. You'll probably be better off getting through to a newcomer than I would. because you're closer in time. See, I have 7.5 years, and when I say that, I don't totally believe it. So when people ask me how much time I have, I usually tell them, I have today. Okay. I don't talk about my time in meetings. I don't really bring up my time much. Okay. I just don't see the reason for it. I really don't. This is a day at a time program. And what we have is today. And the only thing that we are going to have against that the only defense we're going to have against that first drink is God or the fellowship. Right? All right. Thank you everybody for being here. I feel satisfied I've done my job today. I love you all. I love you all. Peace out. Go Broncos. Peace out. I love you.